Hey guys, it's Morgan. Welcome back to the weekly Shlog. It's me. There's Leia. Angry Zach is over there. Leandra's up front yelling something at us. I don't even know. But welcome back to our weekly vlog where we show you all kinds of cool dirt bike stuff. And yeah, have a lot of fun. First on my list is this YZ450. I mentioned it in last week's Shlog. I'm going to be putting a Recluse in it. Yeah, I didn't get that done last week, so I'm going to do it first thing this week. I'll be shooting an in-depth video on that. I will touch on the highlights here on the Shlog. But yeah, so make sure you stay tuned and subscribe because we'll get that thing out soon. Also, if you haven't watched them yet, check out our helmet light review videos. I've got two of them up. One is all the riding and stuff like that. The second one is my final decision on which one is best, so I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, let's get after it. First of all, I love these things. I get them from Amazon. I forget who makes them, but if you look up bolt organizers or whatever, anyway, these things are rad. So take the clutch cover bolts and dock them in there. Now the thing with Recluse, honestly, if Recluse ever watches this video, please, some point in the future, start putting the O-ring in, a new clutch cover O-ring in, because it is silly to buy an $1,100 clutch and then have to reuse this. That's goofy. Anyway, with the Radius CX, we get a new cover, so we can take this, it's off to the side, take our thing, put it down here in this tray, O-ring back in the cover, or into this cover. There we go. That's interesting. I don't know if they meant to have the Recluse at an angle like that. That's funny. I'm gonna have to call and ask him. I know Andy's not gonna care, but that's kind of hilarious. All right, guys, got the YZ450 clutch all installed, working really good. So now my next job, it's on its way down here. I'll just bring it down here in a couple hours. Is to rethread the drain bolt on a KTM, well, Husqvarna 350, so KTM 350. The guy took the motor out of the frame and he's bringing it down here for me to fix. And I want to show you what I'm using for that. So a lot of guys would use helicoils, and helicoils are fine. They do work. They're all right for some things. Actually, they're really good for some things. But for a drain bolt, I'm not a big fan. So I'm going to show you the difference between a helicoil and a time Sert. Thought this might be interesting because not a lot of people know all the different options. So real quick, to show you what these look like. First of all, it's a solid insert. There we go. Instead of a coil, so it's a lot stronger that way. And then it's pretty cool. The kit comes with a drill bit that drills out the old threads. Then you take this and there we go. So this fits that drill bit, and then this comes in here and countersinks that just a little bit for that part of the time Sert. Focus. There we go. For just sit down in. And so, well, and this is the tap for the time Sert on the outside, but anyway, this guy is cool. So this is the insert driver, and you can see it's not round exactly. It's kind of funky shaped, and so as you put this thing in here, it grabs a hold of it and expands it just a little bit to make it fit. It's really, really cool. You end up with a really, really good rethreaded hole. That's steel instead of just the I mean, I guess the helicoil coils are steel too, but it's solid steel. Let me show you, for those of you that don't know, this is what a helicoil looks like. So it's steel also, but it's a coil. So as you put it in, it goes in and it does okay. You do run the risk of it cross-threading and getting out because it can flex and stuff like that. Also, when it's in there, it's not as strong The other thing is you can't put Loctite on the outside of this and then put it in. Well, you can, but then that brings Loctite into the inside. So if you put a bolt in after that, it'll stick this to the bolt, and it's just a mess. So like I said, these are good. They're inexpensive. They do work really well on some things, but Time Sert's a better deal. They're just kind of expensive. This kit was like 115 bucks, which is a lot. The Serts themselves aren't that bad, but to buy the kit is kind of pricey. So anyway, that's for you guys who don't know, or maybe you've never seen one in person. There it is. So I will show you how we do that. Like I said, he's bringing that motor down here right now. So probably the next thing you guys see will be me putting new threads into a KTM 350. Hey guys, so here's my idiot friend. He just said it, but he's not an idiot. So like I said, we're going to use the Time Sert kit on this lovely Husqvarna slash KTM slash whatever Austrian thing right there. So we have our drill. We're going to start with that. And I'll show you kind of what we got to do to try to minimize the amount of shavings that go in here. But some are going to go in there, so it's going to need to be like oil change lots after after we get done with this. But hang on one second. All right, so guys and girls, good way to keep chips from going into the motor, at least minimize it, is we take some grease, put it on the drill bit. There we go. Now that will help catch at least some, if not most, of the things. There we go. Want to be nice and square. Can.
You can see that thing coming when she leaves white water.
I know.
What's that glow?
All right, there we go. The hole's nice and shiny. It wasn't really that bad before. Chad did a really good job of getting threads out of there. So that was awesome. So now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the, what do they call this thing? It's got a name. Just a counter bore, and we're gonna go in just a little bit till these teeth quit biting, to make room for the bigger part of this.
Got another gig at another investment job, I guess.
Cause he
rides a lot.
all right, so it comes with the correct tap. Obviously it's bigger than the 12 by 1.5 bolt, but it's the right size for the Time Sert. So I'm gonna use some grease on this guy too to catch chips. This is why I'm not doing. So you guys, you can see right there, there's all the chips on the thing. There's still some obviously in there, but most of them are right there. Another, we can go on it. That's not a problem. All right guys, got that in there. We're all good now. Check the bolt. Fits nice. There we go. Back it out, make sure everything does what it's supposed to do. Boom. There we go. I like it. Alright guys, next on the lift is my 300 Basie, because I'm getting ready to go racing at Pajarito Ski Resort with Weeby Racing this weekend. It is the final round of the Weeby Racing Hare Scramble Series, and I am currently battling for first place in the 40A class. So I've been racing the 125 this whole time, but I've decided I'm bringing the big gun to this race because there's a whole bunch of ridiculously steep hill climbs, like just drag races up ski slopes, and yeah, I'm bringing the thing that's going to be most appropriate. I love the 125. I'm sure I could still do all right on it, but I want to win this thing. So I got to get it ready, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. There's a couple things I can't show you because I am still testing the super duper secret stuff. So I won't be showing you that. I will be filming all that stuff because I'm providing that information to the company that provided me with the part. But so I can't show you that, but I am going to be changing tires, even though the rear tire isn't in horrible shape. I just want the best. So anyway, I'm being a complete Gucci rider and going all out, but I don't care. Whatever. Also going to be replacing this pipe. You can see that's after the death march. I won't be fixing that on camera right now. I am going to see if my buddy can weld the hole, because it poked a hole in it and I can't pressurize it if there's a hole. So see if a buddy of mine can't weld that. Change tires, and we're going to go through and just do a full-on race prep for this thing. So yeah, I'll bring you guys in when I do something interesting. Alright guys, it's been a few shlogs since I've yelled at you about doing your air filters and doing a good job, so it's time. Although I'm not going to yell at you, this is my own bike. Everything was perfect, but please, 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 please service your air filters often and do it well. So anyway, I got the rear tire changed. Got to do an oil change now. Then we're going to put a new front tire on it, because look, I'm not even being that weenie about the front tire. Look at that. That needs to go away. Also, huge shout out to Nitro Moose. They sponsor me, they support me, whatever you want to call it, which I really, really appreciate. And they sent me a whole pile of mooses at the beginning of the season to help us out. And I've gone through most of them. Most of them are actually still in fine shape. This one's actually not in bad shape. But for this last race, I want to have absolute best setup I can, and I like a really stiff front tire. So I'm putting a new M59, and I called Jeff and I said, Jeff, can I please have another front moose, one more front moose? And he said, yeah, you bet, man. So it's on the way, and I'm gonna swap that out here in just a second. I'm gonna take one off the shelf and I'll just replace it. But yeah, suspension's all been serviced. It's brand new forks from Brady. I just did the rear shock not long ago. So then I'll do, actually I think next will be the pipe. I'll show you what we're putting on. Ha-ha, right on guys. Pretty stoked. FMF Gnarly is what's going on. Honestly, I usually like to run the SRT pipes because they're way less expensive. That's what I just took off. But unfortunately, they are unavailable. I cannot get anything from SRT pipe-wise. They've been backordered now for 8 months, or I don't even know. So we're running an FMF. It's a little more expensive. But it's kind of nice because they tuck it up and out of the way a little bit better than normal. I'll show you when it's on there. But so this angle is a little tighter, lifts it up, and because of that, they put this dent in here. I've actually had people blow these out and pop that dent out, and then it just hits the radiator. But that's for the radiator. Like I said, it's because the pipe is tucked up and out of the way. It's also a little bit smaller. That gives it a little more torque down low. Doesn't rev quite as hard, which is fine since it's a 300. I wouldn't want that on my 125, but on the 300, that's fine. I don't rev it out much anyway. So mount this thing up, and we'll get to the front tire. Right on, guys. There you can see the whole pipe is a lot smaller. It tucks up higher. It's definitely higher up than the skid plate, which is good. Hopefully that will keep me from dinging it too bad. I'm going to break it eventually, but you can see here that dent, perfect for that. So we're all good to go. Just got to change the oil and get that front tire now. All right, guys, on my lift now is an 05 RMZ450. Arguably not the greatest motorcycle ever built. These things had lots of problems. This gentleman got it and he rebuilt it. I don't know exactly the whole story about why it needed to be rebuilt or any of that stuff, but he rebuilt it. It does run, but it doesn't idle unless you got this idle screw turned way in. So I checked some stuff and nothing seems to be changing anything. He even tried a new carburetor, all this stuff, but when I got it down here and was kicking it, it just doesn't feel like it's got that much compression. So I'm not 100% sure what it is that's going on, but we're going to find out. I called him. He said, yeah, go for it. So we're going to take it apart and see what's going on. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to probably, well, not probably. I'm going to real quick check compression just to see what's going on, see if there's anything obvious going on there. Probably also, before I take the head all the way off, take the carburetor off and really look at that. We've talked about it a bunch. It should be fine. But yeah, so join me on this odyssey of finding out what the heck is going on with this RMZ and hopefully getting her fixed. Alright guys, so got the Suzuki apart. I didn't take it all the way apart yet because I took the carburetor off, looked at it, nothing interesting, that's why I didn't film it. Just cleaned it, blew the passage out just to make sure everything was good. I also noticed that the cam chain tensioner was a little bit tight. It's a manual one. They took the automatic, well, actually it's like a semi-automatic one that's on, anyway. Took it off, put just a full manual one on, which most people did with these bikes because the semi-automatic one was junk. And it seemed like a little bit tight, so like, oh, maybe it's just dragging on on the cam chain a little bit, and that's what's causing it to not idle. So I set that right, fired it up, and let me show you something. I think we'll be able to see here pretty quick. So that shouldn't really be spewing quite that much and foaming. So I think he botched the head gasket, not sure exactly what that looks like. As in, like, I don't know what he did to it. We're going to take it apart. I'm going to go ahead and order a head gasket for it though, so that I have everything. So when I take it apart, I can hopefully put it right back together. So make sure you stay tuned here to the channel, maybe hit the subscribe button because this might take a little bit to get the parts for it, so it might not be on this week's Shlog. But we will get it fixed, and like I said, I think it's that head gasket is all, and like I said, he could have it flipped over, could have got it kinked, torn, what, I'm not sure, whatever. So anyway, yeah, on to the next job, guys. Alright guys, it's time for a big mail time. I'm really excited about what is here. Yeah, I'm excited. This is going to be awesome. We've got some videos coming on this stuff. So join me as we open this thing up. We won't talk too much about it because I am going to do separate videos on this stuff. This is not the secret project I've been working on. That is months out before it gets released. But yeah, anyway, this is awesome. Yes, guys. So start off, Bark Busters. We could have bought these from anyone, but we got this and this beautiful thing. Can you guys guess what this is for? And these are crash bars. Guess what you think this is for, guys? Below. I will tell you eventually, but not yet. So, yeah, really excited. But then this stuff is me. I am super excited. Oh, this is also for the guessing game project bike. But super stoked about this. This whole box is from our friends at Adventure Spec, who, if you've watched most of our stuff, you'll know they take good care of us. Patrick Wakirka, thank you so much. This is one of their brand new jerseys, and it's kind of like almost like a jacket jersey. It's got a zipper all the way down. This thing is really cool. I've had one of their prototype ones for a while now, and been wearing it. Haven't really talked much about it because it was a prototype. These are official. They're in the store. You can buy these things, and it's really cool. So I'll be doing videos on this, and we also got a set of their new gloves, which again, I'm really excited about. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This whole box is Adventure Spec stuff. So this other stuff is for a Tenere 700. We're going to be decking out a Tenere 700. We got a skid plate, engine guards, and then a tail tidy kit to kind of delete all that junk that they put on the back of all these street legal things. So, not my bike, sadly. I really wish it was. It's my brother-in-law's bike. He just has it bone stock T7. So Make sure you subscribe, guys, because we're going to be doing skid plate bash bars, tail tidy, and then riding it some. So it's going to be awesome. Yeah, awesome. Oh, guys, so mail time. Actually, I got 2 mail times today, but Leander Sheets just got something in the mail from a friend of ours, Mr. Bruce Kennedy. And we're about to check out and see what it is. Yes! It's Kevin! He's a 49-inch alligator, which is just over 4 feet. That's a decent sized alligator. Super excited. Yeah, we should actually just time lapse that getting blown up because I think Kevin needs to
come to life.
Dude, look at Kevin.
Look at his tail.
Yes! Thank you very much, Bruce. We're excited about having Kevin.
Take a while.
That's all right, time lapse. Yes! What do you think? Yes! So stoked. Kelly here. Let's get it right in his face. Kevin. So now you guys got to come down and see. Actually, you should balance with Kevin.
Yeah.
Do you think you can balance? I think she can balance with Kevin. We're pretty sure she can do this. Move this box. Here we go.
See what happens here.
Kevin.
Out of control.
There we go.
There we go. Gonna grab my
Oh,
yeah.
She's going down.
So heavy.
Yes, dude, that is awesome. Yes. Oh, look. Oh, hands off. What the? Oh my gosh. All right, so we'll have an even bigger prize next week for anyone who can balance 2 minutes with Kevin.
Kevin.
Because that will be awesome. Bruce, thank you so much. Thank you. We very much appreciate Kevin. I think this has filled a hole in Leander's heart.
Yeah.
So we're doing good. Yes. All right, guys. It is the end of the Shlog, but I do want to have one more mail time. I just want to miss a massive shout out to Wolf Enduro for the Wolf X Here hat and awesome shirt that's in there. Pull it out. Boom. Boom. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. If you guys haven't yet, you need to get on to wolfxhere.com. Use the invite code Highland or HLNDX here for your invite code and set up an account. Put yourself on the map because it's a really cool way for riders to meet each other, connect with people, see what events are going on, all that stuff. All of our events are on there. Anyway, it's super cool. Also, huge thanks again to Bruce Kennedy for the for Kevin, our awesome alligator. Let me show you what he's doing these days. Zach is super psyched on the alligator. Look at him. There's Kevin. He's right up there. He's wearing his I Love Motorcycles hat. And he's stoked. So, I love you guys. I hope that was fun. I hope you guys liked that. If you did, maybe hit the subscribe button, share this with a friend, all that good stuff that everybody says here on YouTube. I do really love you. I hope you get out and spread the gospel of two wheels, and I desperately hope that what we're doing is inspiring you guys to work on and get out and ride your dirt bikes!